True cost of living measure confirms that the affordability crisis touches every corner of our city. We know that these effects are not applied evenly. So often, it is black and brown New Yorkers who are hit the hardest. This preliminary racial equity plan is the first step in developing a whole-of-government approach to tackling that reality. It is a plan that lays out these first steps to solve decades of neglect and discrimination, and it places the work of 45 city agencies within a singular framework.
Government approach. The self-proclaimed socialists are there. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani releasing his preliminary citywide racial equity plan, which you heard a bit about. Mamdani's office saying there are racial disparities in areas like housing, education, and income. And the new plan aims to, quote, establish a new framework for how New York City measures affordability, understands inequity, and plans for a more equitable future.
Well, to discuss this, let's bring in Joan Ariola. She is a New York City councilwoman, and Latina Brown, New York City activist. So Latina, let's start with you. What does this plan mean for New York? Because someone would have to pay for it.
Oh, well, thank you both for having me on. Good morning. Good morning, Councilwoman Joan Ariola. This is nothing more than a money grab. We're talking about $10.6 million of taxpayers' money being utilized to weaponize a government entity against those who are non-Blacks and non-Hispanic. Just a money grab for his buddies. We have other city agencies that can provide these resources. This is nothing more than his way of showing New Yorkers who he really is, which he's campaigned on multiple times, that he wants to target the white community.
Yeah, a great point, and it kind of goes with some of the conversations we had earlier for those created boards by the city that are paid for taxpayer dollars to look at homelessness that we've seen, reparations, yet nothing seems to come out of these things, but money keeps going out. So following that announcement, DOJ Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, Harmeet Dillon, was right on top of it, Councilwoman. She says this, based on Mamdani's proposal, sounds fishy / illegal, will review. The DOJ already looking into this racial equity plan. Councilwoman, your thoughts?
Well, how equitable can this plan be when the mayor's own law department insisted that all references to DEI be scrubbed from the plan because they were concerned it would open a door to a legal challenge from the Trump administration? That's a red flag for an incoming Trojan horse if ever I've heard one. Programs like this promote racism. And I'm not surprised, since the mayor places people in positions of authority like CEO Weaver, like Ufa Mensah, who is the commissioner for the Office of Equity and Racial Justice Commission, who have gone on X and stated their hatred for the white community, then scrubbed it off. Most recently, Ufa Mensah put tax them to the white meat on X and then had to scrub that. It seems to be a pattern of scrubbing in the Mamdani administration. Yeah,
I hate people who just automatically yell racist at everything. But when you've got a mayor that comes out and says, basically, I'm going to divvy up the money based on the color of your skin, it seems pretty plain. And on top of that, he's got to figure out where to get the money from. So he's got an increased spending by over $4 billion this year, over $5 billion next year. And then he's got this $3.7 billion property tax increase that he wants. This just does not seem like it's A, equitable, or, B, tenable, because people just leave if they've got any money and cents.
Right.
So, Latina, go ahead. Latina, I wanted to get your thoughts on this. What do you see when you look at this plan?
When I look at this plan, this looks like, Mayor Mamdani trying to appease his buddies, his DSA buddies. This is not about him trying to take care of New Yorkers, because a real leader would take care of all New Yorkers. You don't exclude people based on their race, ethnicity, religion, or even political views. You are there as mayor to serve and represent all people. That is what our tax dollars pay the mayor to do. And any elected official that co-sign on this should be removed from office. They should not be allowed to serve in public office if we're going to target people based on race.
One of the highest taxed areas still needing more money. Councilwoman Joan Ariola and Latina Brown, thank you very much. Appreciate that conversation. We'll continue.